Well, it's the rule and surprise, won't it? If we
Well, if I drop some F-bombs,
That's fine.
just know that. All right.
I mean, I know what the game is.
I want to ask you about 2021 World Team Trials. You mentioned that. Were you able to appreciate, even though you lost, were you able to appreciate how entertaining that series was for fans?
I think no matter what matches, win or lose, when I wrestle, I put on a show because it's always some dramatic fashion that I win, some dramatic fashion that I lose. If I'm winning by 10-0, there's always a cool move in there, like a foot sweep or a throw or something pretty cool. So I think all my matches are pretty exciting, no matter win or lose. It's just nice to have somebody who actually wrestles you, you know? Like, I find it very disrespectful when people step on the mat just to not get pinned and run away and stuff like that. Like, the reason why I like wrestling with Jenna is because she actually brings the fight, you know? Like, she wins, then I know that she bested me, you know, and she's a good opponent. She goes off to win a bronze medal. I win, I know that I did my best against somebody who's really coming after me, you know? It's hard to find good competition, good practice partners, and even good people to wrestle against, and somebody who's not going to be dirty and try to bite you and stuff like and pull your hair. They just beat you with good technique or whatever their game plan is. So I think it was it's pretty cool. I appreciate the match because, like I said, it was necessary, you know, because I didn't want to wrestle and it just taught me a valuable lesson. If you don't want to wrestle, just don't wrestle.
Why didn't you want to wrestle?
I had just came back from the Olympics. I think it was like 2.5 or 3 weeks after. So it's kind of hard when you. So my plan for wrestling, because I never really been like, oh, I want to make the Olympic team. I want to do this. And so when I go in for something, I go in full and hard. So I told myself, okay, I have to have a hard stop because if not, I'll just do this forever. So I just want to win world championships and Olympics and be done. I want to try to make a judo Olympic team, or I want to be a fitness model. I want to do WWE. I have so many goals for my life that when I'm done with wrestling, I'm done. And so I told myself, if you win the Olympics this year, you're completely done with wrestling, and then you can move on with your life. So I did not do that, so it was hard swallowing that I would have to go 4 more years and that I could move on with my life, and that it's a hard lesson to learn that it's not what you deserve on the day of the Olympics, it's what you earn, and I didn't earn it. I know that I deserve to be Olympic champion, but I didn't earn the Olympic title. So that was kind of hard. I was dealing with some stuff at the Olympics, so and then like relocation, if I was going to come here to Stillwater or if I was going to stay in Colorado, picking different coaches and just moving on with my life. And it was kind of hard to do because I was in such a pivotal moment and I didn't have my life together and I was already depressed from the Olympics. And so when I came out, it was unclear if I needed to wrestle or not. I was told that I had to wrestle, and I didn't want to, and I should have just not wrestled, but I thought I had to, so I did, and it showed in my wrestling.
Are you in through Paris then, through 2024?
Yes, yes. Until I win Olympics, so if I don't fucking do it then, I'm still in it. But I hope that I do. So I hope that does happen. I plan on winning it. I have a completely mindset, so which is good because since I didn't win the Olympics, it gives me a chance to be multiple-time world champion and Olympic champion.
You talk about all the other things you want to do, but what's next after wrestling?
Well, I got a whole little bag that I throw everything in. So either fitness modeling, WWE, or judo.
Okay. How did you get connected with Oklahoma State? How did that relationship start?
Okay. So how did it start? I feel like I've been here for so long, and it's like, So I have always been a super big fan of John Smith. He was actually the women's world team coach, I think, in 2017, because it was the year that I did not make the team. And I was like, all right, I make the world team, and then he's going to be the coach, and then I made the world team, and he wasn't the coach. I was like, damn. But it's cool. So I've always been a big fan, and after I won world championships, I got more of a confidence to speak up and message people and be like, hey, I want to train. Like, I feel like I have good accolades that proven that I am like about my stuff, and I'm about like winning and working hard and stuff like that. And Zoe, actually, Dayton's workout partner, I think I messaged him, or I saw, because I would always see him wrestling with Dayton, and I asked them about like, oh, like in like how we're just making like sauna talk or something like that, you know. And they're like, yeah, come out and train anytime. I was like, come out and train anytime. Don't just tell me this right now because we're in a sauna and then you switch out. But no. And then I went to, right before the Olympics, John Smith had a wrestling camp in Arvada, Colorado. So I drove down, and then I met John, and we talked, and he told me right before the Olympics, he was like, well, if you don't feel like you're getting the training, because I was complaining about the training that I was having, and he said if you don't feel like you're getting the training that you need, they drove down 8 hours, that you can jump in the van, and we'll take you with us, and you can come out and train. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah. And so I was like, all right, cool, I'm not driving, I'll meet you there on the plane. I'll have Titan Mercury pay for me to go out. But they're such a great wrestling club that they're committed to my success, that they were all okay with it. And then he's been letting me come in the room, helping me, letting me pick his brain. And same thing, Zach and Chris, they've all been like great coaches to me. They're always there when I need them. They've been coaching me at the last few tournaments, even if they don't have anybody wrestling. I really appreciate it.
What's the greatest lesson you've learned from John Smith?
Wrestling is going to be hard, you know, like, you can't be lazy, you got to be willing to work. I know that sounds like so simple, but when you're in there, like you're in on a leg and you want to give up because you've only been getting 1 point from push-outs and stuff, you got to realize if you got to win the match by doing all this work just to continue to get 1 point, you got to work for every point, and it's going to be hard.
You know, there's been talks of Oklahoma State getting a women's wrestling program at some point. Coach Smith said a couple of days ago, he said you'd be someone nice to have around. If anything like that ever opened up, would you be open to it if an opportunity ever arose to get into women's wrestling coaching? You know?
I would, just for the simple fact that I feel like I could help the women, but I also would still be looking to do my own thing, like the judo or all of that. But I can definitely see myself coaching here. It's such a great place, and I can see myself living here, actually. So, yeah, I mean, it's not out of the question.
It's quite a change of pace from Oakland, isn't it?
Oh, no, for sure. Oakland, you got to worry about people robbing you, breaking into your car, your tires sitting on flats. So, with that being said, here I don't even have to lock my door. So, not that I don't. I still lock my door. But, like, it's just, I went to school in Missouri Valley, which is Marshall, Missouri, a super small town. And I like that, you know. I don't really like, not that I don't like talking to people, but I'm more of an animal type of person. So if I can have my dog, my cat, and peacocks or whatever else that I can have here, that would be life for me.
How often are you out here?
So I come 2 weeks at a time, every few months. I think the last time I was out here was January or something, like January, February, and then I just had a stretch. I've wrestled 5 tournaments since then, so I haven't had time to come out because one was always after the other and always traveling. But whenever I get downtime, I come out to train, even or before like a big tournament like this.
What do you look to get out of those 2 weeks when you know you're coming out here?
Just like, I feel like the work is done, but just like work on positioning and just, like I said, picking everybody's brain, seeing what they do, what they would do, watching some film, getting different eyes on me and what I'm doing, and how if they were wrestling me, how they would beat me and stuff like that. Just like analyzing stuff and getting some good training in.
Hey, so right now, what's at the top of the list? WWE, judo, or fitness modeling?
Oh, goodness, that's such a hard decision. I would say WWE because that's kind of like fitness modeling. For sure, judo's last because they have to tape their toes and my pedicure's not going to last and that. And I realize that you have to have like a black belt or something like that, and I have absolutely nothing. But it looks fun. But, and like I said, I want to be the best in everything I do, but that's probably another 4-year journey, so that would be for sure last on my list. WWE, fitness modeling, and then judo.
Thank you.
Yeah.